I'm Terlisa Sheppard. I am actually a 4-time survivor of breast cancer. I was diagnosed at the young age of 31, and I was also 8.5 months pregnant at the time. I started out stage 3. Breast cancer subtype was triple positive, HER2 positive, ER positive, PR positive. I had to have my daughter immediately. That was 6 weeks earlier than her planned due date. At that point, you would start chemotherapy right away. We planned to do radiation after that. I was scared to death. Of course, I was scared for myself, but I was petrified for my daughter, for my newborn baby. And I also had a 2-year-old daughter at home at the time. Being a new mom, I wanted to spend quality time with my daughter. And once I got around to the surgery part, I was told not to even lift my baby. That was so hard to be thrust into all of these medical situations with the chemotherapy, planning surgery, and not being able to be the mother that I wanted to be. My daughters, my babies, they're grown. They're 19 and 21 now, both in college. One is about to graduate. YSC gave us an outlet and is still giving us an outlet. It was just amazing to be around people who got it, who, it was okay to talk about the lump-sidedness of the breast, of our breast. It was okay to talk about, the crazy aches and pains that we are involved in day to day with the joint pains from having metastatic diseases. And they're celebrating 20 years as well this year. So we're on this journey together.
So YSC is turning 20 years old this year. It's a monumental feat. It is something to be celebrated. 20 years ago, 3 women in New York City, when they finished their treatment, decided to look beyond themselves and look at the big, big gap that nobody is talking about young with breast cancer. They decided to do something about it, and they formed an organization of volunteers and called it Young Survival Coalition. The very first support group had 12 women that sat around a coffee table, and they had never, ever met another young breast cancer survivor. And we've grown into an organization where we are not only working with 10,000 young women every year, over almost 60,000 people, supporters, donors, volunteers, every year are working with YSC. So at 20 years, we are celebrating our game changers. They're the people that have made all the difference in the world to get us here, but we're also going to be celebrating the future. I think the most important thing when we think about the future is we have to think, again, beyond ourselves. Across the world, young women are being diagnosed with breast cancer, and there's nothing for them. So YSC is going to start thinking about it, start figuring it out. The most important thing is that every young woman with breast cancer is not isolated and is educated to advocate for herself, to connect to others, and then pay it forward and help another young breast cancer survivor. YSC is committed to be as diverse of a community as the population we serve. And we will also not stop until the research finally happens to help young women with breast cancer.